Brian Henson, Happy Time Murders. Okay, he did Muppet Christmas Carol. Okay, he grew up. His father's Jim Henson. The guy knows how to work puppetry. I think he's bitter. That's probably why he made this movie. He's mad at Disney owning the Muppets. His direction was pretty good. Again, the script could have been better. I think when he embarked on this project, he produced it too. I mean, he should have had a much better, more solid concept here than what he actually had when you're going to do like this kind of thing, like Meet the Feebles. And the end results could have been better, but his direction was not terrible. It's actually pretty decent. 50 Shades Free. Well, James felt if you wanted to get me bored in some softcore porn romance, you've accomplished your goal. It's funny they say these movies are aimed at women. I don't know what women would see in this movie. Someone pointed out it's kind of like a musical, except when there's like random musical numbers inserted into the scenes, that don't, kind of shoehorned in there. You get that, except you get like softcore porn sequences randomly shoehorned in between scenes. It's like, okay, you just need, like, you're obligated to put in like a softcore porn scene, I guess, which I think more big for guys. That guys be like, yeah, I need some titillating scene, to get this movie, motivate me to watch it instead of women. Women like romance, so. But his directing, I thought about giving it to him. It's just, it's mediocre. It's not horrible. He did try in this one to make a legitimate movie, towards the third act, with a thrill, and it would have worked. It would have worked in an actual movie, and not this schlock here. So I mean, I got to give him credit for trying some things. Kevin Connolly, I really did not like. His direction, what he wanted to do here, but what he did was entertaining, because again, this guy turned this into The Sopranos. It's like when the Razzies gave Mommy Dearest the worst movie. Mommy Dearest is an entertaining movie. It's entertaining as hell. It's just, it's funny because you're doing like a real life story about Joan Crawford, and they turn it into a Joan Crawford movie. Same thing here. You do a real life story about a scumbag with mafia figure, and you turn it into a ridiculous mafia movie. You just like a Hollywood mafia movie, not real life mafia. Like if someone said you're gonna do a real life pirate thing, and you decide you should have an eye patch and a parrot on the shoulder, go argy bargy. Okay, you're doing stereotypical Hollywood pirates now. You're not doing real life pirates. So Kevin Connolly, I'm tempted to give you worst director, but you entertain me, and so, with your whatever you wanted to do here. So I ended up giving it to Ethan Coen, Holmes and Watson, because again, I've never seen. Let's see, what else did this guy direct? Let me look at his directing career. Well, whatever it is, he's really a director. Interesting. Okay, he directed Get Hard. Haven't seen it. Holmes and Watson. Okay, you suck. Your movie's terrible. It has no redeeming qualities. It's like the movie could be like deleted scenes that got cut out of a good movie because they're not funny. So he wins it. He's the worst director this year by far. And drum roll, please. Here we are for Worst Picture. The final category. The nominees are Gotti, The Happy Time Murders, Holmes and Watson, Robin Hood, and Winchester. Now, just like the Oscars, I guess you would give it to the studio itself and the producers, because they're the ones that ultimately greenlit this and brought it to fruition, made it exist. So, I can't really recycle a lot of the arguments that I gave in my previous commentary, from the rest review where I'm going with this. So here we are. Gotti. It's so bad it's good movie. That's what it is. It's a bad movie. It's good. It's Vertical Entertainment. I never heard of them. Happy Time Murders, STX. It's funny. These guys got sued by Sesame Street, and Brian Henson stood his ground, got this movie made, and I don't think really accomplished anything, but at least, he stood up for what he was trying to do and didn't back down, in spite of massive opposition to this movie, which is a harmless movie, by the way. Holmes and Watson by Columbia Pictures, another Will Ferrell crap. I don't know how Will Ferrell keeps getting these horrible comedies in Hollywood, and they just churn these things out like on an assembly line. And they've been doing it for 20 years. Go away, Will Ferrell. I don't want to watch your movies anymore. Robin Hood, Sun Entertainment again. Who came up with this in Hollywood? Who pitched this movie and said, you know what, let's remake Robin Hood again 8 years later? And someone's like, yeah, the world nearly needs another Robin Hood movie. What's the twist this time? We got black guy playing Little John. I don't see the point. Who would, in all the things in Hollywood you could do, stop doing this. It's like Tarzan, if you come up with a really cool new concept, new twist on this, iconic entertainment, this figure that's been around for decades, sure. But no, don't just remake it to remake it. And finally, a Winchester, which again, I'm glad they made a Winchester movie. This is the opposite of Robin Hood. You should have a Winchester movie, but just not this one. I wish a good Winchester movie would be made, because it's an iconic part of American folklore, and it's a real life thing in California. It needs to be brought to the attention of the world. Lionsgate and these Springer brothers from Australia. You dropped the ball here, but I'm glad it got made. I'm not glad this movie got made, but I'm glad a Winchester project finally moved forward. So, I think let's look at the movies overall. What's the worst? And if you listen to the rest of my commentary, the rest of my reviews, especially in this review itself, you can tell I clearly found no redeeming qualities whatsoever in Holmes and Watson. You are the winner. I hope you actually, the rest of the Razzie voters, agree with me and give this piece of crap worst movie, because it definitely deserved it. It just was a waste of time, and I'm tired of Will Ferrell ruining, especially this, because like I said, you're taking a classical literary character, and just making a complete waste of time that's not even funny or entertaining. So that is my picks for the Razzies. I hope this explains some of the reasoning behind my votes, and we'll see you guys all in 5 days. Saturday, February 23rd, we'll find out the winners. So good luck to you, Holmes and Watson. If you don't win, you deserve it this year. That is the end of the review. We've gone 35 minutes here. It's the longest one I've done yet. So this is BillyBoy Looks Back, and I am signing off for the day. Cheerio, as they say in England.